So what makes an effective YouTube ad? I would say it's not necessarily the environment you're shooting in. It's not necessarily your models or actors or actresses or your hair or what you're wearing or what you're saying. I think it mostly comes down to what is your strategy with YouTube ads first and foremost. And second, I think it comes down to what type of funnel you have already thought of before you got to the step that you're advertising on YouTube with. So in my strategy document here, I said, physically map out your strategy to see if all parts make sense. You need to create a sales funnel and offer YouTube viewers something that they can't refuse. You need to offer something that's enticing to them, something they actually want. That's first, but also aligns with your product or service. That's two. We need things that make sense. I've seen advertisers offer a free iPad in exchange for an in-home estimate. The two don't mix because people are going to say, I want the iPad. They go get the iPad for sitting through a demonstration that they could care less about. So it needs to make sense. It also needs to be something that they're interested in. At the bottom of this roadmap, you'll see this video ad formats, video ad strategy, and YouTube display. This is where you actually define some of those nitty-gritty parts about, where am I going to shoot it? What type of video is this? And I would say just start out with looking at examples. I'll show you this now. This is a YouTube playlist of YouTube video ad examples that I've been collecting. Notice a common theme. These are all people. A lot of them have people or talking faces in them. There's a reason for that. So that's your first hint. Chances are, it could be just because they're low production and they can't afford to make any higher quality videos. That's very true. But we also see, Bud Light that has billions of dollars and they're still doing these talking people videos. So you don't see a lot of whiteboard animation videos. You don't see a lot of animated characters or explainer videos here. It could be that I just haven't run across them yet. They do exist. However, the reason you see a lot of these types of videos is because this is what most people believe is effective, and this is what most people are doing. So when we go and make our video, we want to also think about the ad format that we're going to advertise with, because that impacts our decision. So video ad formats. I'll show you why that format matters when it comes to your ad. So this is a discovery ad, right? I click it. I'm taken to a watch page. The strategy on this watch page could be, I have a video telling people to look for a link in the description below. That's very different from an in-stream ad where I am saying, click the link in the top left or bottom right, right? So you need to keep the type of ad format that you're running in context with the ad format that you're running. Another thing is the different types of ads. I already kind of talked about that. Whiteboard, slideshow video, talking head video, really advanced production where you have this whole scene and you're doing multiple takes. All those things really come into play whether your video is effective. But I would say, in general, the anatomy of a video is this. You have 5 seconds to hook the person. Usually you're doing an in-stream ad. And regardless, if you're doing discovery ads, you also want to hook them immediately. So 5 seconds, get their attention. What can get their attention? That's the big question. It really depends on who you're targeting and what they're interested in. Next, I would tell people, if this video is not for you, you should skip it. That way you don't pay on a cost per view basis and you kind of filter people out. I've seen that strategy. I don't know if I recommend it or not, but I've seen it done. So that's something to consider. And then after that, those two things, the hook and then telling the people that are not related to what you're selling to skip, then it becomes the story selling and education piece. That's an entirely wide open field. You can do whatever you want within that time period. And then it comes to the call to action. Tell people what to do, where to click, why to click. Here's what you're going to get. And here's the real secret with YouTube ads. You really got to give away value to people. Give them something valuable. So in this document here, I mentioned to give away a free estimate if you're in the service industry, or give away a special promo code that's only available on YouTube, or give away downloadable content they can't find anywhere else, or a training. We're seeing a lot of webinars happen from YouTube in stream ads. People saying, I'm offering a free training right now. If you click the link, and it gives you something to say, it gives you a reason to talk about it. You're saying, it's happening right now. Click the link. They say it's time sensitive. They say it's happening right now. In reality, those are pre-recorded webinars. Those are not live webinars, but it gives you a sense of urgency, time urgency. So those are kind of, I'll show you one last thing. When it comes down to actually calling attention to where to click, here's a good example. See these arrows here? That's what a lot of people are doing. Or they're going to highlight the area where to click, the entire video or a portion of the video. And also one more thing you could try is at the end of the video, give people a blank time where it's just maybe an image on the screen and you're just saying, click now or do the action now. So it gives them some time to click before the ad just immediately shuts off and goes away. So all those things I just said would be my advice for best practices on creating an effective video ad strategy and also video ad.